Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. In game number 1, Phalanx was able to take first blood as well as the game. We're getting ready to go into game 2. Can Eternal rally in this game too?
I made that joke already.
I know. I just wanted to swing it from you. Well, taking a look here, we have seen a switch in sides. Phalanx is actually going to be coming out of the order side, as Eternal Rally will be coming out of chaos. Taking a look at their gods, since we do not have the pick and ban phase, I really like Phalanx's team.
Well, I'm looking at the fact that John Quay was picked in without Nemesis over on the side of Eternal Rally.
Had to have been banned.
But I'm looking at Tyr here, already with the blink, Hand of the Gods. It looks like he's coming out of the jungle, which isn't something we see all too often anymore. But that could throw them for a loop.
Interesting. I think Tyr with that is going to be really strong. I don't think anyone in North America really starts with Hand and Blink coming out of the jungle.
Generally speaking, it was popular for a while, and then Tyr got nerfed into the ether, considering he was basically the best character in the game.
Did you really
and now just like
take a second to think about a different word besides ground?
Oh, I didn't take a second. I
hate you. Why didn't you just say ground?
I liked ether.
Good.
So I mean, like, he was unstoppable, and
Yeah.
now he's all right. Well, I got ganked and I died. I just won't let that happen again. That's kind of the strategy.
It's basically like,
could have one.
Do I have beads online? Okay, I do. All right, I'm out. Oh wait, I don't. Okay, I'm dead.
What is going on here?
I think it's a little preemptive work here, but that's going to be Agni going to go ahead and rotate out of here, as it's going to be Vamana and Hunbats. Big Baby, you know, there's no real need to ban Vamana after that first game.
Yeah.
To me, I wasn't like, oh yeah, he definitely won him the game. Oh. And for a lot of people, that looks really awkward as to why Zhang Kui wouldn't hit Agni there. That's the only way Agni can actually wave clear.
That's true. Right there, I mean, now Zhang Kui is going to have a little bit more pressure. That was a little bit early. He should have waited a little while longer, let the card do some damage, but it looks like he'll pick everything up. He just took a little bit more damage for it. Right now, if he gets hit, he could go down.
Now, here's what's very interesting about Zhang Kui, is that early on, Hunbats is going to have a very difficult time dealing with Zhang Kui because of his ultimate.
That's right.
I mean, Zhang Kui is going to have so many protections. He's going to be this tanky beast who does damage. In a 2v1, he might come out on top.
You know, me and Gandhi before the cast were talking about how good we think Zhang Kui is. And for those of you who don't know, Gandhi has only been playing the game for a couple months now.
Yeah.
He had no idea what Zhang looked like at release. And similar to how we were talking about Nemesis, it's amazing to see how good the god still really is comparatively to what he came out as. I mean, do you know about the old ult? It used to be CC immune.
Oh, you could run faster, you were healing your teammates and crap?
Oh, yeah.
Forget about it.
On top of the protections used to be 3 instead of 2. What?
Who is that?
What? That's a Ra.
A Ra got through?
What?
Are you kidding me? Guys, friends.
Oh, I mean, he's not exactly winning the lane just yet.
Yeah, just yet. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, Eternal Rally's going to win this game. Ra, okay, so the reason I'm freaking out with Ra saw so much play throughout the SPL, and no one really thought he was as strong as he was. They were like, okay, yeah, his heal's good, Searing Pain, Celestial Beam, everything does damage and heals up well, but how strong is it? And then the boost started playing him.
Yeah.
And then people were like, okay, not only can I not kill Ra, he's also healing up the entire team.
And killing me.
And applying the slow. Like, it's... He's so difficult to deal with.
He was nerfed.
Okay.
Oh! He found one, but not the one that he really wanted.
And in the wrong direction.
Yeah, not what he was looking for. Yuri.
Oh, man!
Too much damage. He's going to go down even at the end of there, actually proccing to level 5, not getting it. Even so, they find the kill.
Look at the health of Zhang Kui, though. If he had a little bit more mana, he would actually probably turn that around and went for that fight. Hunbats is going to get out of there with about 200 health.
So you're saying he needed more mana? I can help you with that.
Oh, my God. I should have never said the M word.
Either way.
That's like the dark mark from Harry Potter's meditation when I see that. I just like...
It's like in the 7th book, if you say his name, I appear, right?
Oh,
I am Voldemort. The cat's out of the bag. Phalanx, again, with a very early lead. They're going to be up 1-0 right now, up about 500 gold.
Now, as we're going to go ahead and take a look here, one thing that's kind of jumping out to me is the fact that Ra actually has an uncommon stash off the beginning. Nothing at all. Like, there's no pots, there's nothing at all. He's going for complete damage, and I actually like it. It's a little bit ballsier. It's like, okay, I'm going to get healthy and stuff, but it works.
So, rotating over Yore, not going to find anything here. Now, the issue is that Tyr is one of the worst gods in the game straight up if he is behind. If Fearless doesn't bring you down to half health, you are a useless character. That, or you can build full tank Mystical Mail and just run around fights for 45 minutes. So far, he's not doing either of those. You take a look at the board here, and he's no higher ahead than he was a minute ago, on top of the fact that he's 300 gold behind the Humbots, who didn't even wind up getting the kill. He got the assist.
Are they going to be looking to go for this? Now, the Harpies are down for another 2 minutes at least. They are going to just go ahead and rotate out. Geb is going to come with him as well. They might shove this mid lane together and then go back and split all the camps, but Ra's there as well. It's Eternal Rally is all about this like 4-man grouping.
You know, and that's what you should be doing, you know. Honestly, if they're invading as much as they were on Phalanx in Game 1, why not make sure they're not going to steal away your stuff? Even though the camp split's going to be good on the top, you're going to see Geb rotate over to the jungler, and of course they're going to pick up the speed buff. Trouble here for Ra, though, taking a lot of damage. Still has enough time to turn around. Trusts in his team. They're going to jump over the wrong way. Here comes the Lawbringer. Perfect into the wall. Going to find him, tying up the game.
Oh, Celestial Beam's going to hit as well. He does have the slow on Vamana, but Vamana, he's just so tanky naturally that he's not going to die from this. But again, Ra was in a terrible spot. Yeah, he was caught in the middle. He was able to use Divine Light to kind of get out of there.
And then he's like, wait, I'm Ra. I'll turn around and throw a beam even though I'm getting chased by an assassin and a baby.
Yeah, and what was interesting was that he actually led with his heal. Did you see that? He put the heal in lane to help out his teammate a little bit, which normally you kind of use it defensively to kind of get, but it was perfect because he was sitting there like, oh yeah, I'm going to heal, and now here's a beat.
Well, first set, we saw We Love Bacon completely control every objective straight up from First Blood all the way through the end Fire Giants to the Titans for 2 games. First game of this, Phalanx, same thing. It looks like we were going to have a very short set, but this game, it's 1-1. Eternal Rally now with a pretty decent lead. Now, they should be farther ahead, but they did give up First Blood, but they're showing signs of life, keeping themselves in the game.
Warlock Sash is online for Ra.
Dangerous.
So that's going to be probably around 16 minutes. He's going to have a full Warlock Sash. By that time, he's going to have his pen boots as well. It'll be interesting to see kind of what he elects to go into. We've seen so many different Ra builds, and I haven't talked about it in so long, but it'll be very interesting
to see.
Pen boots,
E-Staff.
Huh?
I want to see Pen Boots, E-Staff, Chronos Pendant in any order. Those are the items.
Man.
What?
E-Staff?
Well, E-Staff with the Warlocks.
With the Warlocks,
with
yeah.
The Warlocks.
It works that way. Have to do that. Anyways, in the middle, Cataclysm's going to hit a lot. Fear No Evil's going to make its presence felt. In the back, Tyr's going to be able to get out of this one as well. Zhang Kui doing a lot of damage. The Demon's going out. And now Sylvanas is going to get knocked up. Hunbats with a great initiation.
So there was a contest years and years and years ago for the shortest scary story. Right?
Okay.
I wish I could go back in time. I'd win it now.
Kali Shinsai?
Zhang Kui received a Geb shield.
Oh.
He was gonna die.
Yeah.
Everyone turned to the Zhang Kui, and Geb's like, no, stop.
Hey, it could have been worse, right? He could have hit G if he had it and given him Shell.
Jeez. Oh my God. Oh man.
Hey,
Either way though, we're looking at Zhang Kui. He's level 9 right now, which almost puts him on top. Ra actually in the lead in that regard, but he's sitting on 4,300 gold as well. Full boots online already. You're gonna see he still has the tiny trinket. Looking across the way, Divine Ruin is still likely considering Wisps, considering the Colossal Fury, making sure the healing gets reduced there. Plus, of course, there's gonna be the Devourer's Gloves on her as well.
And Agni actually is almost forced to build a Divine Ruin to deal with the Ra as well.
Yeah.
Now, the only alternative I could possibly see is maybe a Brawler's Beatstick coming out of Hunbat, but that won't happen for a long time.
Well, if anything, maybe on her can go into the Unicorn build it that way. That's true. Usually, the Unicorn build's built for healers. If the healer's not on the team, you're going to want to go full crit. Either way, right now, they're going to have to do something about the healing on both sides. I mean, Zhang Kui can heal up in fights, Ra can heal up in fights, Tyr can heal up in fights, and then there's a Geb shield, and then Devourer's Gloves on Rama. I mean, everyone is going to have some kind of sustainability going across the way. You have Wisps, Colossal Fury, Dev's Gloves, and then maybe a little bit of healing from Bancrofts. I mean, that's not going to be enough.
Well, Tier just still trying to get a pick here. On here's got to jump. He's also got a pillar, and he's just going to miss everything. And he's going to fully commit to this, and he's just going to miss. Desert Fury's going to take about half his health, but it doesn't matter. He has a stay and switch, so he's going to heal that up with the quickness as he's going to go ahead and rotate out of here. Meanwhile, Agni was a little bit late to the party. You can see on the minimap that he kind of rotated in, but now he's going back to his lane where he will be meeting Ra.
Ra rotating over to make sure the lane stays safe, doing some damage, going to heal himself back up, and now that Tears here can safely rotate back to his lane if he chooses. Blue buff going to go down for On Her, almost stolen away as the Wrath of Terror comes out into the Fear No Evil. A lot of damage coming through between the two, but again, they focus their sights onto Zhang.
Yep.
It's just not going to happen.
Yep, and that's going to be Rama getting a double kill there with the Astral Barrage, and now he's going to be caught. Sylvanas down he goes as well. 3 members down. Agni, Vamana are the last remaining hopes for the time being, but how much can Eternal Rally really get out of this?
Yeah, I don't know much Spanish. I know a little bit.
Okay.
But whatever they're saying, it better translate roughly into, we need to stop focusing Zhang Kui.
Yeah.
Because it's actually not happening.
Oh, look at this. Look at the Raw heal.
Staying in the Raw heal. He's going to go down.
Look at the Raw heal. It's silly.
He's very low. Nice shot. Nice shot. Kind
Is
of.
he going to go for it? Oh, he barely missed the Searing Pain. That would have been one dead Agni, but now it looks like it's going to be one dead Ra. No! Surprise Geb Shield, but Big Baby's going to come in. There's going to be one stop. Is he going to continue to kill? Fun fact, if he does go under the tower, at least he will stay in Big Baby form a little bit longer if they did want to dive.
What I'm thinking there is they ran in on the assumption, at least I assume myself, that Zhang Kui was behind them. He backed strangely. Both of them wind up going down. Phalanx answering back, and now 5-3. They're still behind, but not nearly as much.
Hey, you know what they say about assuming? You look stupid.
I don't know that.
Yeah, that's the new saying.
What does it go? You want to just run that back real quick? You want to just, is that how it?
It's at the end.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there was nothing else.
Cool, man.
Yeah. It was a long shot.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. Portuguese, not Spanish. Brazil mostly speaks Portuguese.
To be honest, unless I'm looking at a globe,
That's horrible, Gandhi. Your name is Gandhi. Yes, but it is Portuguese. Either way, I don't know. I know even less Portuguese than Spanish.
Yeah. Isn't that like French and Spanish mixed together?
Something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah. Come on, you're supposed to be Mr. Culture.
No. I'm just a snob.
Well, that's the same thing.
Either way, we're going to look at the solo lane here. Or rather, it looks like a solo lane considering there is somebody missing. Rama back at the base right now as we're going to see Sylvanas rotate over. But nothing going to be had there. Gold Fury is up and available. The first one of the game did go to Eternal Rally, and it looks like they're going to start up the second one, even with that Sentry Ward sitting there watching them.
Yeah.
I guess they don't know it's there, huh?
No. They don't. That's just the perks of being a caster. Well, here comes the grouping coming out of Phalanx. They're going to respond to this. They have to wait on her, who's coming out of the base. So this is going to be just a little bit, and we're going to see Ra versus, Vamana. And nothing really is going to happen here. It's just going to be a bunch of people healing themselves up.
On her, actually a little bit behind if you consider the builds. He is not quite into his 3rd level of boots yet. Warrior tabbing not online, so a 20 damage difference on top of the fact that there's 15 penetration added to those as well, comparatively, and he doesn't even have full stacks. Taking a lot of damage. Desert Fury not going to find anything as the Astral Strike strikes him right down.
Yep, and now here comes the ultimate from Tier. Tier's going to be trying to aggress here on Hunbats. Hunbats is going to get all the way out of there. Sylvanas is in the back line, so is Agni. And finally, Zhang Kui is going to get forced out, but notice how much health he has. That is one exorcism. In the right side, Ra taking on Vamana. Big Baby's going to be in form. Look how fast Ra is. He's going to go down by Vamana. And, well, that's one way to deal with Ra.
Yeah, make sure he goes down. Again, focusing on Zhang Kui. This time, his team's not going to go, and he still finds one. How in heaven did he do that? Firemancer actually might be in trouble here. Went for the steal and actually gets picked off. 2 members right there still available for Eternal Rally, and without Fear No Evil online, and given the fact that Dev's gloves are already fully stacked, this one's going to be free. If he rotates in here, he will die.
Well, here comes the decision making. He's going to throw one. Oh, he's got a lot of damage on that, but he's going to use it to jump out. I thought he was going to do it.
Bang! Got it. Second Gold Fury of the game, once again going to the boys on Eternal Rally.
There seems to be a direct correlation between first Gold Fury in these Brazilian games and winning the game. Because they've had complete control. Eternal Rally, the first game, they lose the first Gold Fury. They can't really get back into the game. Now they have it, and they get the second one as well.
That's true. I mean, It's more than that, though. I mean, you look at the board, it's been more than just the Gold Fury. It's
yeah.
the kills. It's the pressure around the map. And while Vamana is keeping his team in the game right now, sitting at level 15, answering back to the Raw, and actually taking the lead in levels, it's still a lot more challenging this time for Phalanx. I mean, they have not had the same level of pressure that they had in the first game.
Not at all. And I wonder if it comes down to the jungler pick. I wonder if Tyr is going to be the answer for that question.
I don't know. I mean, so far, Tyr has done decently. I mean, we saw the big Fearless actually throw the first blood down with the help from the Raw. But honestly, I don't think it's any stronger than Thor would have been. Maybe it might be just catching them off guard.
Look at that stone shield just keeping Zhang Kui. He's still full health, and he does have a card and exorcism online to heal him up whenever he wants. Hunbats might be looking to go for a gank here on the minimap. You can kind of see him rotating into the mid lane. Gold Fury's not going to come up for a while. Same with both Harpies. So the only really big point you can kind of look at on the map would have to be the speed buff.
See, I wonder if they're going to go for any kind of invasion here. It looks like they're just going to...
No, I think they're...
Oh, actually, Link not going to find it. That could have been a lot of trouble. Throwing the 2 power cleaves out there, it doesn't do enough damage, but level 12 right now. Tyr does have a good amount of push. The speed buff will safely be taken away from the boys on blue, and it looks like we have a grouping on left, but I don't know what they're looking for.
I think they're just trying to spitball that speed buff timer here. The sticker's going to miss completely. I like to call it a sticker.
It sticks to you.
Yeah, I like it better than the card. I like saying you get stickered. It's my own thing. I'm going to get a trademark.
All right. Trademarks are expensive, though. $350.
That's it?
That's it. You get $350?
Yeah, but I mean, imagine I get the rights to sticker.
To be fair. All right. That's a good point, Gotti.
Well, Anher's going to go ahead and just sit here. And if you're new to Smite, you know one thing. Hunters sit in lane until 20 minutes when they're finally level 20. And then they come in and they crit you for 5 to 1100.
This time I don't see them reaching that level 20 mark, considering that MB Terror right now is only level 14 at about 1530. Look across the way. We are level 15 on the side of Rama, but unfortunately that's not quite going to meet the 20-minute mark just yet. But the rotation's still possible.
Well, here's one thing that's really going to catch my eye. Is that is 99 stacks on this Warlock Sash coming out of Raw. He got it at about 6 minutes, so he is almost exactly on time. 10 minutes of, like, perfect
You
farm.
called 16 minutes, and right there as he gets his final stack, we are at 15.
Woo!
Gandhi. Nailing that one.
Yeager! I read Reddit. Okay?
No, you don't.
I know I don't. Why you gotta call me out? No, I just know because, like, I buy a Warlocks and then I'm like, I look down and it's like 10 minutes. I have like 20 stacks. I'm like, I'm buying Book of Thought.
Left side camp's going to go the way to the boys in blue. We're going to see a random amount of CC unity come out there. We're going to hear the Ghost start pouring out as he chases towards the bottom. A lot of Ghosts coming through on all directions. Even so, nobody goes down, no casualties. In fact, you look at the health pools and no one ever really took damage.
Well, the sticker's going to hit, but clear the path is going to knock him up and out of the way. And that was like the weirdest, like, 5-man skirmish with everyone leaving with full health.
That's true.
Look at this. The only thing that's down is mana. Tyr might be in a lot of trouble, though. Here comes a pull. He's going to have to deal with the fire as well. The ultimate comes out. Now Big Baby's going to go ahead and push up, but I don't know if he has enough damage. I mean, look at the Stone Shield still keeping him alive.
He's trying. He's continuously kiting. Sylvanas is now the one that's turned on. The guard's going to do enough, and finally we will see a few people fall in this fight. Agni gets picked off. Baby going to be forced down as well, as you see Hunbots rotating all the way through with a 5-man grouping inside of a raw heal. That's going to be a tower.
Yeah, it should be a tower, at least. I mean, finally, Eternal Rally is going to be able to put some pressure on. I mean, they have control of the Gold Furies, but we haven't really seen too many towers besides the left side.
That's true. I mean, it's been a very slow game. I mean, 2 Gold Furies at this point. Normally, it was like 4 towers and a Fire Giant.
Yeah, well, Anher's going to get forced all the way out. The Baby's going to be in the back. Anher's going to be taken out by Rama. Now, will the Baby go down as well? In the left side here, that's going to be Hunbat's eyes on him if he wants to try to go for this. They're just going to rotate back, grab this tower. Good job for them. And a split push coming out of Tyr. They're going to get the Tier 1 on the right side as well. Great job by Eternal.
You know, I want to check out the items here, mostly for Rama, and this is where things are starting to get crazy. You see the Executioner, you see the Dev's Gloves, right? And he still killed on her with that big chunk. That Astral Strike is hitting so hard, but it really, it's It's what he's been able to do in terms of early game. He's level 17 right now. He's had better pressure to objectives. And with On Her being down right now and them having a clear line to this, all eyes going to turn to Agni if they can try to deter. Either way, Fear No Evil is back. They might have a chance at this.
Well, Fear No Evil is going to be there as well, and that's going to be Stone Shield forced on himself. Tier's going to come in. This is everything. They are able to get the steal. He's going to continue to aggress. That's going to be Hunbat. It's not Wukong. He's going to be taken out as Sylvanas is going to just go all the way in the back. They really shouldn't engage this. They should just keep this as a win. They really don't need any more pressure on this at all.
That's true. I mean, they lost the 1500 this time, Eternal Rally. A lot closer of a game than we saw in Game 1 with a very much smaller split. Not sure why Tier is spending all of this time.
No. Well, he was getting the combo down. He got it.
You're right. He got the combo down onto a very tanky baby with Witchblade. I mean, just go farm, my man.
Yeah,
find some gold.
Yeah, the Witchblade's a great pickup against this team as well.
Witchblade's just an amazing item. I mean, it's 15% movement speed, which is by itself obnoxious. It's 45 physical protection. You're getting attack speed as well as the fact that you're reducing attack speed and reducing power.
Well, the big thing, too, is I was talking to Divios 2 nights ago. He was playing Siege with me. And he was like, dude, I pick up Witchblade no matter who's on the other team, no matter what. I just love the item.
People have their, their items that kind of fall into their kit. It plays to their play styles. I've never heard of that. What does that do? For a long time, MLC Stealth had the Mail of Renewal. I mean, no one was building this item. He built it almost every single time. It was actually pretty nuts to watch. There's a lot of players out there. I mean, Kret now at Araxia with the Unicorn build. Not always appropriate in every single situation, but he builds it every time, and it works for him.
It's pretty average. Big team fight here. Big Baby's going to be in the middle, still stomping. People are auto-attacking him. He sees that it's going to start to wind down. Honor's going to be in a world of trouble.
Holy.
Oh, but Fear No Evil is going to help him, and now Sylvanas as well. He's going to take a lot of damage. He might fall to this. Actually, he will. And look at Clear the Path. Just going to be there. He's like, oh, God, I ran into the wrong group of hoodlums.
Multiple forms of CC. He's
getting tossed
around like a ragdoll. Free kill going to be picked up. It took 5 to take him down, and it looks like they're going to push directly into Fire Giant. Ra in the background trying to keep that one safe. You take a look at the board. Sylvanas being dead hurts him greatly. Is there another hand 3 available? Hunbots? No, sitting on hand 2.
Yep, Hunbats can't contest at all.
No Fear, no evil. We're looking at Agni Bombs here to save the day.
And that's not going to happen.
Nope,
There's no way
they're not even trying for it. It's way too late. Fire Giant going to go to Eternal Rally in a major turnaround from what we saw in Game 1. They are poised to take this.
It looks like my blind prediction of Eternal Rally winning this might actually come out on top. All because of Ra, right? Well, actually, speaking of Ra, is he CDR boots into Height of the Urchin? Questionable.
It's not what I expected at all.
I don't think I've ever...
Now it has to be E-Staff. I mean, if you're going to build Urchin, which is giving you even more health, E-Staff is the #1 way to go. It's giving you a huge spike in damage on top of the fact that it's going to make him literally impossible to kill. Look across the way. There is no % damage. There are no Agnis. There's one Chin size. There's no Nemesis to really stop him. He will be able to just tank that team forever.
Yeah, I think I think I would be okay with the build if it was pen boots instead of cooldown reduction boots.
Yeah, I don't really understand how the cooldown boots is going to do anything. Granted, he does have a decent amount of damage to himself, but honestly, it's not a lot to really push out. Though we should consider the fact that heals are not affected by penetration. Heals technically are affected by cooldown, so it does benefit him in that way. And you look across the way, there's a Weakening Curse, and then that's it. I don't see Pestilence. I don't see Divine Ruin. I don't see Beat Stick. So, I mean, going for kind of a heal and sustain comp, it's not the worst idea.
No, not at all. Well, we're going to see Sylvanas try to hold this
down.
Oh,
there's a Geb.
Yeah.
Because, Geb.
Yeah, Geb's very, very strong. And we're at the point now where we're going to start to see Sylvanas start to fall maybe just a little bit, but Big Baby's going to hit. Here comes Fear No Evil. Big Baby's going to be hitting very, very hard. Sylvanas is going to be in the back. Here comes Celestial Beam. Zhang Kui is going to come pushing in. Exorcism is going to be there. He's going to be able to hit 2 stuns. Astral Barrage coming in hot. Will On Her go down? He's going to manage to live. Baby is still in this fight. He started the fight off, and he still remained in it, and he has full health, DM.
Honestly, they lost 1, but it was the tier. At this point, level 16, inconsequential death. As you can see them push directly through the tier 2 into the Phoenix. Take it down with little effort. I really want someone to push that wave. It's driving me crazy. There we go. Thank you, Ra. Thank you, buddy.
He's just like, 1. Excuse me while I hit the 1 button. And, you know, they got a lot out of that first as well. I mean, if we're going to go ahead and check the golden hand and see kind of what these players are going to be backing with here. 1,700 on Zhang Kui, 1,700 on Rama, and he just got a 533 crit. These guys are going to be hurting when they come back, but I think they're going to wait for this Gold Fury that's coming up.
It's coming up in just a few seconds here. You can see on the bottom right side of your screen, 2 seconds, 1 second. Gold Fury respawns, and look at this. The boys on Eternal Rally are poised to take it freely. They're already up 8 kills. They already have a decent gold lead as well, and they're looking to extend it. Now, this to me is not just, we need more gold. This is, there's nothing else on the map for us to do right now. So let's just make sure they can get nothing.
Yeah, which is big. And I love the fact that they go back and they grab blue buff. They're going to probably grab their back camps as well. Buffs at this point in the game, from this point on, are just as important as the early game.
That's true.
They really are. I think so, at least. I could have just lied about the whole thing.
I'm looking at a lot of the starter items, and we should definitely see some things get sold off. That Watcher's Gift is no longer necessary. It's 566 gold that he's waiting on. There's a Bumba's Mask still sitting on that. Humbot's level 15. He could sell that just to finish Fist, and it would be worth it. I mean, those things are very, very important. You look across the way, Tier's already sold his, has gone into Cudgel, given the fact that we already have some...
Did he really only have enough for Cudgel?
I mean, well, I mean, if it's Smithy's Hammer, that's only 1050. He should have been able to buy that. If he's looking for Heavy Hammer, that's 1300.
Okay. Fair. And, well, he does have a Jotuns now as well. So, yeah, I didn't see him pick up that item. I was like, well, how did he only come back and get a Cudgel? It looks like they are going to be pushing down the right side here. No contest coming out of Phalanx at all. It looks like they are really just trying to put all their self backing up to the Phoenix and saying, okay, we have one good fight. If we lose it, we've lost.
That's
so
right.
We have to have the Phoenix.
There is a game 3 for them to fight if it gets forced, but I have definitely seen crazier wins in my time.
Don't even bring it up, man.
I'm sorry, Cloud9.
You can't do it.
I mean, it's just...
You can't bring that up.
That's all I think about.
It shouldn't be. It's really, you're never going to see anything like that.
Have you watched it?
Yeah. I watched it live. I watched it, rewatched, watched, rewatched it.
It's rough.
Well, Tier's going to be in the back. He's going to get forced out there. Geb Shield's going to force him all the way in the back. Now we're going to see clear the path. Baby's going to be in the middle. Baby's going to dodge Celestial Beam. But meanwhile, Geb's forcing the entire team out. Look at On Her. He's retreating all the way back. He's going to be able to hit him with an Impale. But it's not enough. Baby is taking on the entire team with the exception of Deb. Rama's going to be able to find one. Baby's going to get forced out here. They are going to continue to aggress. Hunbat, you better be careful.
Oh, Cataclysm finally coming out. That right there. That's why I don't like Blink. He didn't need it. He walked in. He saved that for so long. Still got in there. Found the 2-man Kata to turn the fight even back around. And now check this out. Humbot's down. All ultimates off the board, even though Fear No Evil's come back.
Are they really going back to get Fire Giant right now?
It was a successful defense. They realized it's going to increase their structure damage, which could be pretty important. And given the fact that Sylvanas is on the ground, they have no way to really defend this.
Well, the question is if they just man up and they just tank that Phoenix and not worry about pushing the wave, or if they care about pushing the wave, right?
For me,
there's no reason for them to even go on that side of the map anytime soon.
I like this. I like get the Fire Giant back, spend the gold you just earned, use the healing that you have effectively once you come back. You don't need the mid camps. That wasn't necessary. Maybe he needed the gold. He has 1,800 in hand. Let's take a look at the items to see what Ra's going to go back and build. Obsidian Shard on the board. So there's your penetration. That's going to be a really big swing for him. Taking a look at the actives, everything is completely full on the right side. You go over on the left side, and On Her, still sitting on Beads 1.
That's tough. At least, as a hunter, I don't think it's necessary to have that finished at this point in the game. You kind of want to get your damage out. I mean, he hasn't been able to farm at all. I mean, it's 27 minutes and he's a level 19 DM. I mean, he's had a very, very tough time. So getting Sprint 3 makes sense for the chase, and you don't get the auto attack debuff. You're able to just go, 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 go. Beads 1, it's risky, but it happens.
I don't know. I mean, it's 600 gold, and you get 5-second CDR on top of CC immunity. And you watched last game, he used Desert Fury straight up for damage. So that CC immunity is gone. He didn't even get the beads used last fight.
No, eyes on Geb. Here comes the rollout. Oh. He's going to go straight into a pillar, and he's just going to force them all the way out. It's amazing how one god can deter an entire team because they can't handle grouping.
Left side, we're going to see a lot of damage get swung into this Phoenix immediately. They finally come in. Beautiful fish shockwave. We're going to see a blink come in and a 4-man Wrath of Terra, Fear No Evil combo. Geb very low right now. Could go down. Shot from the Phoenix. Yes, Baby does manage to find it. Zhang in the front line gets picked off. We might have a turnaround on our hands.
Yeah, there might be a little bit. Sylvanas trying to look for a bull. On her, finds one. The stun comes in. Will Ramen be able to do it? Rod's going to miss his Celestial Beam. He actually is able to hit the Celestial Beam, miss the Searing Pain, still manages to stay alive. Here come Hunbats, it's his time. He does have a Tear directly in front of him. He's going to go for it. He misses everything. Ra heals here. Tear says, I don't really want it. And Bamon is going to force Ra out as well.
It's so close right now. They do manage to get it, and still, Arc finds a beautiful kill onto onto the Agni right out of the Aegis. And out of that, they're going to find not only a huge push, but they're going to find that second Phoenix. They retake down the first Phoenix. They're looking for jungle buffs. The speed's going to get stolen away, which is huge at this point in the game, because that movement speed could literally be life or death.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to go directly for the Gold Fury as well. So they're taking everything they can, which is good because we're just buying their teammates time to come back to life, right?
At this point, yeah.
Why not? That's really all it is.
I mean, there's still three Fire Giant buffs up. Once again, they can back and spend this money. Look at Rama right now. That's going to be almost 2,400 gold in hands. Let's take a look at the items to see what he's going to be able to buy. Right now, Deathbringer's done. Still has an open slot.
That's all it is.
Titan's Bane. We're going to see a Warrior's Bane most likely if he has enough. Nope, doesn't look like he does.
I love the hammers.
Let's check the golden hand, Kevin. Golden hand, we're looking at Rama. Oh, 76. No, okay, so does not have enough.
I was actually looking in the middle. I was like, I forget which one he looks like because I couldn't see him all the way at the bottom. It's very rare that you see your hunter at the bottom, but that's just because he spent all of his money.
Just then, right? I mean, finishing up Deathbringer and coming back with an extra 15 damage with Mace as well is nothing to scoff at. That's for sure.
Seeing Eternal Rally gonna just push down the right side. This is the only Phoenix left for them to take. Geb's Broelt's down for about 8 seconds. They would be looking for that to engage with. Will we see? Tier's just gonna go right in.
Tier just plays Ballywick to the entire thing. Oh, on hers jumps down. Still no beads usage. In that case, pretty smart. But it wasn't because he chose to. It was because it was on cooldown because he still has beads 1.
I think he's taunting right now. The Tier is just like, well, no one's going to kill me. I'll just stand still and wait for my teammates. He's going to hop into the Ra heal. We do have Rama on the right side. They have to defend this, DM.
They're trying.
Rama has to be careful because he's segregated from his entire team. So
see, at this stage in the game, Wisps don't have the same run. 3-man Cataclysm, a lot of trouble for Zyphos in the back. The solo laner, Baby, just barely managing to escape, but Ghosts are chasing him. Not quite enough. Here comes Tier. Does he have it? No. Baby will get into the fountain, at least for now, but Arcanjo finds a kill onto the Sylvanas, and there Arcanjo finds a double kill onto Terra, and then here comes Tier, keeping the things away. No trouble whatsoever. Titan's taking a lot of damage, and it looks like Game 2 is going to go to Eternal Rally.
Yep, man, just like that. I mean, that is a great job by Eternal Rally. It's first Gold Fury. They locked it in. Second one, locked it in. Everything went perfect for them. And I almost want to know how that Dynasty Plate helm worked on Ra. We haven't seen a lot of it.
It's a strange helmet.
It is.
It's not an item that we use all too much in the current meta. It's very, very, very expensive.
Really?
It's like 3,000 gold or...
Oh, that's the one on the left side. The one on the right is... Right?
Right. Well, which one did he build?
The Dynasty Plate helm. I think he built the cheaper one.
Okay, the other one's the Imperial.
Yeah, Imperial.
We never see either one.
Yeah,
I'm actually pretty unfamiliar with both. I mean, the item is not strong enough. I mean, generally, there's one person with crit on the team, so it's not super beneficial. If you ever get a double crit team that you build it against, that's huge.
Yeah. I want to know how it worked out. It's kind of like the oboe, right? Like, we haven't seen an Odysseus bow in so long that I would be like, oh, what is?
We saw that in the first 2 weeks, and it was so strong. But then we found out it was bugged and hitting for way too much. And when they fixed it to where it should be hitting normally, everyone was like oh, never mind.
I'll stick with my Titans.
Thanks.
But, you know, games, it's tied at 1-1. We are going to be going into game number 3. Keep it.